When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. Day and night, my team is dedicated to fighting for you. Serving our community with offices throughout the valley. And if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. No other law firm in the valley works harder, reaches more people, and has more resources than the J. Gonzalez Law Firm. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me, J. Gonzalez. The J. Gonzalez Law Firm, a force for justice.
Yeah, one stop.
Happy Monday. Time is 10:45. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. You know what that song means? Another segment powered by our friend Jesse J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. I'm here at the studio 710 KURV, and we pivot down to HQ for Jesse. I had the HQ in Edinburgh across the freeway from Bert Ogden Arena. How you doing this Monday morning, Jesse? Despite, the cowpokes getting all mauled by the little bears. Oh, the little bears. Yesterday. Did you see the game? Did you have a no?
They didn't look so little yesterday, Serge. They looked like big bears.
They sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not supposed to be that good, though, right? Or am I wrong, Freddie? Is it? They're not supposed to be that good. Well.
They looked pretty good yesterday.
Que pajo, Cowboys. All right.
We have the ability, the knack of making other quarterbacks look like world beaters. And we face quarterbacks that are either washed up or not what they're supposed to be. I mean, the quarterback Caleb Williams was drafted number 1 in the draft last year. Has struggled mightily last year and at the beginning of the season. So all the talk was that he just didn't pan out to be who they thought he was going to be. And yesterday he looked like a world beater. He looked like a future Hall of Famer. Yeah,
that was some pretty. I was telling Freddie, like yesterday. Well, I'm a big Astros fan, and they got just obliterated by. And not even us. They should have won like one out of 3 games. They'd be 1 game back from Seattle. Anyway, that was depressing. It hurt my heart. I went checking to see what the Texans were doing, and I laughed when I saw the final score, 17-10. For me, football is not a Houston versus Dallas thing. I laughed when I saw the Texans score because they really suck. The Texans are just awful, just awful. So much for CJ taking him to the promised land. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon with that group. But then I went and saw the score for the Cowboys, and I just felt a whole lot better. Sat down, ate me a sandwich before I went to bed, and enjoyed the Bears and the Cowboys highlights. And you're right, boy, that dude, he was connecting left and right. Ooh, some beautiful passes. Very entertaining to see how good that guy was. Yesterday, at least.
Yeah. So. The game before that, the Eagles versus the Rams, was an incredible game. Thoroughly enjoyed watching that game. And as much as I hate the Eagles, the way that they won that game at number 90, blocking the field goal that was going to, win the game for the Rams.
Yeah, ran it all the way back.
And then he recovers the blocked field goal, and then he runs it 60-some yards.
Well, that was beautiful.
You know how much he weighs? 330 pounds. A 330-pound man jumped up in the air, blocked the field goal, and gracefully, like a ballerina, like a gazelle.
A fat one, though. A fat gazelle.
Grabs the football, and then scampers 60-some yards, I believe, for a touchdown to end the game. I'm like,
Wow. Yeah.
incredible. That was very entertaining football to watch.
Yeah. Jay Gonzalez, injury attorney. He's ready to fight for you. And he's at HQ. I'm over here at KURV right now. Update on the scholarship. You told me last time we spoke on Friday. What are you going to do with the 10 scholarships and the one mega scholarship you're providing?
The committee and myself, we sat down on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
We selected 11 winners. They're all good stories. And one of the things that we're going to have to do moving forward when we do these things in the future is, I guess we're going to have to give better instructions, because the ones that did not win were the ones that simply said, I just need school supplies. And so when you have a general inquiry, like, here's my 300-word essay, I need school supplies. I mean, that just didn't meet the criteria. So we were looking for specific projects, creative projects, things that, as a teacher, would inspire me to want to help. And so, I don't blame them for doing that. I blame myself. Sometimes when your students don't perform well in a certain assignment, sometimes the instructions for the assignment are not as clear as they should be. And so as a teacher there, I think I failed my students that did not enter their application correctly. I should have been very specific and said, general inquiries for just school supplies is not going to win this award. Yeah.
Well,
but the ones that did win, Serge, they did have very specific things in mind, and there were some specific projects that they needed the money for. And I look forward to talking about those projects that won, and you'll be hearing about that very, very soon.
Are you going to provide these scholarships like at an award lunch or a dinner, or how's that going to work? Have you thought that one out already to bring everybody together?
Yeah, I think my team and I have decided that there's certain things that we want to do, something special for the winners, but specifically, have we ironed out all those details yet? No, but we're in the process of working that out, and I look forward to sharing that with the Rio Grande Valley, and it's going to be exciting, and I think it's going to set a precedent for doing something in the future every year for our local schools,
That's
local
nice.
teachers, local parents. And so I think we want to create a legacy of learning here and be known for that more than anything, really. As a former educator, I think that's very important to me, and it kind of keeps me in the field of education in some way or another. So I'm excited.
Jay Gonzalez, injury attorney, is ready to fight for you. Jesse is at his HQ in Edinburgh, across the freeway from Bird Ogden Arena, which is always accessible. Doors open at that location and all the other locations that Jesse has on the freeways, and all really accessible, close to the freeways. This past Saturday, I know you mentioned you were going to have this Jay Gonzalez EV caravan with flags out, and then if folks shared videos of that with you and tagged you, right, you were going to give them like a gift or something like that. How'd that go?
Well, I mean, look, Serge, we call them operations because caravans are kind of like for sissies. So
Okay.
It was a full-fledged operation. Operation Mustang. We invaded the city of McAllen. We invaded the city of Mission, and we were out there basically letting everybody know that the Jay Gonzalez brand is a force for justice. And when you get 10 of these Hummers in a row invading cities, it makes a statement. And people do take out their phones and they do videotape this stuff, and it's not something that you see every day. You don't see 10 Hummers in a row with flags. We have the Vaquero flags out there and the Jay Gonzalez flags, and it's just an impressive thing to behold. But more importantly, Serge, that is less than a fourth of my total force for justice. The people that you see in those convoys, in these operations, that's my intake team. and not all of my intake team, but that is comprised mostly of my intake department, the people that will basically meet with you at your house, at a hospital, at my office, explain our services and our contract. And, that's the beginning of how things will get done here at my law firm. They don't get to see in those convoys my records and demands department. They don't get to see my settlement and negotiations department. They don't see my litigation team. They don't see my collection, disbursement, and distribution team. They don't see my management team. They don't see my attorney-client relations department team. There's a lot of moving parts that make up this force for justice, and that's just a tiny glimpse of what I show the folks of the Rio Grande Valley when we do these operations, when we do these convoys. And so, we have those commercials that talk about the force for justice, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to in person catch a glimpse of this force for justice near you. And the next one we're going to have is in Westlaco, and neighboring cities. So it's Westlaco, Donna, Mercedes, and we're going to be doing that and I don't know what I'm going to call it. All of these operations have a different name. We've done Operation Vaquero, we've done Operation Bobcat, we've done Operation Raider. This one was Operation Mustang. And, we name them like hurricanes, Serge. We give them names. These operations have names.
Okay. Operation Loco in West Loco. How about that? Operation Loco.
I think you're onto something.
Matos Locos for Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, when have you considered maybe setting up the SUVs, the EVs, to maybe participate like in the McAllen Christmas parade? When you and I about the same age, we grew up watching parades where it was the Shriners, right? They had the little go-karts and they the little felt hats, the hats, right, with a little tassel on it. And they would have like little go-karts and go left and right and zigzag and look like they were going to hit each other, but they would miss each other. And then they would do like a circle and come back and high five people. Maybe we do something like that with the EVs as well, like go zigzag in the parade, come back and do like a circle thing. And what do you think that like in the parade?
Serge, I like the way you think. I think part of what makes an incredible marketing campaign is creative projects that are childlike in nature. Never lose that sense of wonder that we have as children. I think when we lose that sense of wonder that we have as children and become full-fledged adults devoid of creativity, devoid of having fun, devoid of, that's when things are not as good. And so if there's one thing that I think sets my campaigns apart from all the others that you may see is that I've never lost my sense of wonder as a child. I've always wanted to have fun with the things that we do because, doing these campaigns and these commercials are not fun. It's work. But when you can have fun at your job, it just shows in the work product. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think we do so well with our cases and our clients, because the people that I have working for me, with me, they all enjoy what they do. They're passionate about what they do. And we all have a childlike sense of wonder in terms of having fun and doing it in creative ways. And so you want to get the best service, best results, and you want to watch us enjoy what we do. Look no further than the J. Gonzalez Law Firm. Call us, 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
A very diplomatic and polite way to say that I am juvenile and sophomoric in my marketing approach, but you got to stay young. You got to stay young. Hey, pal.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm running out of time. I got a couple of minutes. What's going on with the gang? What are you doing there at the office? What's going on?
We're busy every day, signing up new cases, signing up new clients, getting them ready for getting their back on the road to recovery. Obviously, when they get into these accidents, it's not just the inconvenience of the accident itself and having to repair the cars, but now they've got to go to the hospital, they've got to go to therapy, and the idea is to put them back to where they were before the accident, health-wise, and then obviously win their case and obviously champion their cause. And so we do that every day. And then on top of that, we win cases every day, and we're paying clients literally every day. And so winning is an important component of everything that we do. And so signing up new cases, winning new cases, I mean, every day. We're doing that at all of our locations, which is Rio Grande City, McAllen, Westlaco, Harlingen, Brownsville, and Edinburgh.
You know what is identical? This format that you and I are doing. I'm here at the studio and you're back at HQ. What is identical when you compare this to me being with you at HQ? You know what's identical about those two different type of formats?
What is?
I didn't get a cappuccino. Georgie, for the last two visits, I don't think Georgie likes me, man. He hadn't given me a cappuccino last time. I was
He's
there.
right here.
Yeah.
He's listening to you, sir.
Yeah,
He's
that's
listening.
what's identical. I didn't get a cappuccino like now,
Yeah.
and so la misma cosa.
No, he told me. He's like, is his name Sergio or is his name Sergio?
Ah, that's the
And
problem.
he said, if it's Sergio, no cappuccino for him. If it's Sergio, he can have as many cappuccinos as he wants.
Okay, is it Georgie, Jorge, or George? I'm not sure. Big hug to you, Georgie. Love you, brother. I'm just messing with you. All right, thank you, Jesse. Anything bad happened to you on the road? Remember my friend Jesse Gonzalez, Jay Gonzalez, injury attorney. It's called 1-800-CAR CRASH. This
Careful now.
yours ready. It's yours.
Careful now.
History's unfolding, and you're listening to it on News Talk 710 KURV, Edinburgh, McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville.